Andy from Wager Talk and Winning in the Shadows. We're going to go over our weekly recap on our road to millions. This is where we are on our quest to turn a small bankroll into a massive one. Goal is to get to $1 million. The goal is to get to 13 million if you've been following me for a while, but we'll settle for $1 million here. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to dissect the last week and go over what worked, what didn't work. We'll talk a little bit about how the year is going so far, and of course, what we have for this week. It is the dog days of summer, and what we preach so much during this time is try and avoid those death by a million paper cuts over the summer. Betting on baseball if you don't normally bet on baseball. Betting on certain things because you're bored. Really, really working on that really low volume and not just, throwing money away because it happens all the time this time of year. So first off, thanks everybody for joining us. If you're on the YouTube channel, give us a like. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you join the Discord channel. Discord, we'll put a link in the description there. It's free. Great discussion, free plays. That's where you can really interact with myself and Corbin and Jim, ask questions, go over bankroll management, anything like that. Because as we always say, bankroll management is almost more important than the actual plays. So neck and neck, close 1-1. So and if you got any questions, comments, concerns, just hit me up in the chat. Should be live on Twitter and on YouTube. So let's break it down. So July 8th through the 15th, there was not a ton of sports going on. We go 12-7 for plus 7.28 units, 19.9% ROI. Absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful week. Anytime you can add 7.28 units to your bankroll, you're in great shape. So I would award myself MVP and the worst of the team from last week. I did great and horrible in some things, but really Corbin continues to motor on. So let's take a look at golf. 3-0 plus 7 units. We sweep PGA, plays 2-1, and then we barely squeak out a win with John Rahm, top 10 over on the Live Tours. He ties for 10th. But I'm really happy with how golf is going. You guys have heard me talk about this. I literally have had one bad day at the Canadian Open. The first day I was like, I got a feeling that these guys are all going to go low, and then none of them went low. Other than that day, it's been a fantastic golf year. 5-0 in our last 2 tournaments, and we'll talk about the Open Championship because we already have plays up for that. So golf going 3-0 for plus 7 units was just man. You guys know golf is like that's my jam. That's my sport. So love that one. Cross sport parlay went 1-1. The key in that one is we hit the 5% play of the week. We've been putting up a 5%. I think we've had a couple 4%. But we just pick one play that's like our play of the week, kind of like anchors the entire week. We hit that one. It was I don't want to say a no sweat, but it's kind of a no sweat. So these plays of the week, man, I am just absolutely loving. We put them out early in the week. They generally are cross sport parlays, and they've just been crushing. Cross sport parlays are, I don't even know what to compare it to, but it is like the new thing for myself, Corbin, Jim, and clients. These cross sport parlays are just the hidden gem in the market, and I get the ridicule that I get, Corbin gets, Jim, but hey, yuck it up. We're cashing. So the loss was. Oh, I lost my sound there for a second. The gosh darn it. The loss. Hold on, guys. Having a little technical difficulties here. All right, let's see if that's a little better. The loss was my fault. I put in a UFC play and a CFL play. CFL play hits easily, and the UFC lost. So if I hadn't put that one in, that was my fault. And then the MMA 0-1, just completely dumb on my part. I put in a 4% play. It loses. And we did not have any plays fading Agapova, which was just the easiest play in the world. Luana Santos should have been part of a 5% or a 4% play. It was just stupid on my part. Just absolutely stupid. So massive regrets on that one. So as good as I did in golf, I completely cost us units for the MMA and for the cross sport parlay. So I'll be better. But again, soccer futures go 7-4 for plus 3.4 units. Listen, futures are just becoming a really really big part of what we do. Um, like they just keep cashing in sport. We had a huge futures year in NBA. We've already hit a future in MLB. We had Acuna under steals. He's out for the year. Boom. We're gonna hit Tatis for the Padres. We had his under on his hits. These futures are just becoming better and better and better. And they're just really adding units. And I know the general consensus is, well, it ties up your money. And I was of that mindset until we started hitting all these futures. And I'm just all in on the futures. So we're going to keep doing it. We're already starting to research and put out some plays for the NFL. NFL's been good for us. We haven't hit NFL as high as we've hit like Formula One and NBA and soccer because we're hitting those at a very, very high clip. But the NFL record for futures is very good. So futures, this is going to be, it's going to continue to be a big part of our portfolio. So we added 7.28 units last week. So we look at 2024. What's our record? 353 and 237 plus 75.6 units for 5.7% ROI. Absolutely love it. That's 75.6 units, man, and we're still in July. We hit 91 units last year, so so far so good. We are very much on pace to eclipse that. So let's see, what do we have up for this week? So the Open Championship pack is up already. I would not get that. I would use the promo code Andy7 because it gets 7 days for $69, and we have not put up our 5% play of the week yet, and we will have one. But I wanted to grab a couple of head-to-head matchups for the Open Championship. So if you're only interested in golf, by all means, go grab that one. I will just say we're running a special this week because most other people probably don't have a ton of plays this week, or they're forcing some. We have a Formula One race, we have UFC, we have a big golf tournament, we have darts moving forward, so we're going to have a nice week of play. So I would use the promo code Andy7 to get 7 days for $69. That is over at wagertalkwt.buzz/AL. And yes, Shane, you bring up a good point. Join our Discord channel and Takedown Live. Subscribe to the Winning in the Shadows YouTube channel because we do our live MMA show every UFC event. And yeah, we hit the plus money play of the week on the show, and Discord was great. Shout out to everybody in the Discord channel doing the free plays in there. So it's a really, really good source of free plays and other things like that. So, all right. On tap for this week shows, I will be on Wager Talk tomorrow, on Tuesday, and we will also be recording a really awesome episode of Tea Time with myself and Borman. We'll get everyone ready for the Open Championship, and I will be doing props and parlays today as well. We'll look at some WNBA. And we'll get ready for a week of WNBA plays. I believe I've gotten some pretty good reads on what we're going to do with WNBA moving forward. So excited for that. So just remember, protect that bankroll, practice good bank management, like and subscribe if you guys could. And if you want to join that Discord channel, I absolutely highly recommend doing it. It's free. I'll put a link in there. And Shane has a quick question here. On futures, do you count the bet amount as part of your bankroll units until it's a win or loss, or count it to a loss until it settles? I wait until the season is over and when your sports books actually officially grade the futures. So, like for example, like the perfect example, Acuna. I have his under steals. He's out for the year, so we know it's going to hit. I will not grade it until the regular season is over. That's when the books grade it. So on futures, I just wait until everything is officially graded from the sports book. So for example, the soccer futures, the Copa and the Euro got over on Sunday. Those plays all got graded the second those tournaments were over. So that's when we officially grade those plays, and that's when we put them in as part of the bankroll. So that's how I do it. That's how I would recommend it. it just makes it a lot easier. I don't want to screw around with trying to grade plays throughout the year. I just kind of follow what the books do on the future. So yeah, again, I just wait until the end of the season, grade everything, and that way you set the same rule for yourself and for all other sports. So it just makes it a little bit less time and less things to have to follow. So great question, Shane. Great question though. That's why we did the soccer futures for Sunday night, as opposed to trying to grade him throughout the tournament. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for joining us, and I will be on the Wager Talk channel doing props and parlays today, as well as Wager Talk today. That will be on Tuesday, July 16th. So join me there. Thanks everyone for joining. Have a great evening. We'll see everyone later.